today. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Trey Elijah the Great, or you can call me Trey for short. I'll gladly accept them both. I'm sponsored by Siona down in Fort Lauderdale, all the way up to this awesome family we have here right before us. Mr. and Ms. Well, Mr. Prasad here right now. We have Mr. Prasad right here. And let's get started. So we have Rod on product.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes.
The access too nice, you know. All right. Good evening, all. I am Rodney Wilson, upline in the business. Celie Wilson, up to Kenneth Drayton right there with y'all, and Andrea Gonzalez. And of course, our Mega Sapphire is going emerald in a big way. Counter Nadia Prasad, up to our Diamond Sanjeev John side. And today I have the esteemed privilege and honor to present on product. So what is the product Pase? As we know, we're in a business of products, right? And pretty much people move products, products don't move people, right? So we're gonna teach you how people can move the product, right? So if you have a little bit of knowledge about the products, which are awesome, you know, Amway only produces high quality products, yes. Right? So the product line that I picked today is actually gonna be our oral care, which is the Glister line, right? So I don't know, we got a presentation ready to roll?
Yes, we do. Gonna share the screen here.
All right, so it's a very short presentation, but short and sweet, I would like to say. And like I said, it's on the Glister line, which consists of the toothpaste. You know, we all need to, of course, have something to brush our teeth. Toothbrushes to use the toothpaste with. A mouthwash, and then there is a refresher spray, you know, to keep you fresh on your, you know, throughout the day. You know, when your mouthwash starts to wear off, you need a refresh. So we have a refresh spray that you can use as well. So
yes, let's get it up. Let's a little bit in here.
Okay, we're getting it up in a minute.
Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so there we go. There is our Glister line. Like I said, it consists of four main parts, which is the toothbrush at the bottom, the mouthwash, and then there's the toothpaste and the Glister refresher spray. So the first thing that I'm gonna go into is the toothpaste. All right, which is our Glister multi-action fluoride toothpaste. So a lot of people see fluoride and they get kind of scared. They think that it's kind of bad for your teeth, but really and truly, you kind of need fluoride to protect you from cavities, in a sense, right? So a lot of times I see people, they pick it up and they said, oh, it has fluoride in it, but it's kind of a necessary ingredient to help with cavity and help with decay. So the thing about the Glister toothpaste as well is that it contains a certain ingredient in it called siladin, and that siladin is, the doctor pretty much only uses that when he's cleaning your teeth to help you protect it. You know that little tardy thing that goes on when after you get a cleaning to get protection? Yeah, that thing. That is actually in this toothpaste, right? Why doesn't every other toothpaste line do that? I don't know. Maybe they're trying to earn the dentist some money, because again, they're not in the prevention business. Y'all can hear me good? Everything's good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, great.
Okay, just making sure. So yes, like I was saying, they're not in the prevention business. They're more so in the curing business, right? They want you to come in and get the business and do visits regularly. And I'm sure we have some testimonies, whereas some people that have been using this product have less frequent dentist visits because they're using this product. So this is broken down into two parts, right? On the left side of the picture, you have the travel size, whereas you get 6 2.3 ounce tubes. Oh yeah, we can't see them. I'll show it to you afterwards. So, okay, so you get 6 2.3 ounce tubes, and the retail price of that is $12.90, and the IBO cost is just $10.80, and you get 3.06 PV off of it, 9.18 PV. But the great news about this is it lasts so long. Right? It's bad for you in terms of customers, right? But as an IBO, I mean, it's good in the sense so that you could kind of save money on, you save yourself and customers money, right? But like I'm saying, the bad news is you won't get as much customer retention or rollover because it's gonna be in their bathroom for so long.
Yeah.
So that's the good news. And you get 6 of them. If I show you all the size of it, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That you get 6 of them for that size, right? For just $12.90, even at a retail price, that's a steal of a deal, right? And let's go with the one on the right side is just the 6.75 ounce, and you get 1 tube, and that tube at retail is just $5.20, and IBO cost is $4.42, and you get a 1.2 PV off of it and 3.176 PV, and that tube is ridiculously huge.
Huge,
right?
Huge.
It is ridiculously huge. It's gonna last you months, right? You know, even if you brush your teeth, it's still gonna last.
Right,
you
right.
Right. So those are I would say two of my most favorite in the line, as well as the mouthwash, which I'm gonna get into. But so the next product in the line is the refresher spray. Now I talked about, during the day, your toothpaste, your mouthwash might wear off. You might lose that freshness, right? And who wants to be showing the plan with a stinky breath?
Hey,
right?
yeah.
So we highly recommend that you check out this product, the Glister Refresher Spray. You get 2 tubes, right? Well, 2 cans, small cans of this. They fit great in your pocket, top pocket, side pocket, purse, whatever bag you want to put it in. They fit great. You can take them on the go, and every diamond has this running joke that when they got into business, that these people were, using this spray in their mouths, and they think that you're crazy, right? Everybody in the Coliseum using this spray to spray. So even me at my first function, everybody had this spray. I was like, what is going on?
Some kind of.
You start thinking this is some kind of, crazy stuff. But when I got on it, guys, that's life.
That's life.
You need it. You need it, right? And to get 2 of them, the retail price on it is just $11 for your customers, right? The IBO costs $9.36, $9.36. PV 2.98 PV, and of course the BP is 9.36. And I've had maybe 2 of these for I don't even know how long. Again, everything lasts so long in the business, right? It's kind of hard to run out. So I highly recommend checking this one out, the refresher spray for your everyday sweet bread needs.
Yes.
We call it sweet bread in Tallahassee.
Yes.
All right, down to the next slide. We're gonna go into the mouthwash in that line. As you can see here, at the retail cost, it's just $9 for our mouthwash. Now, some people might pick up that bottle on first glance and see it, and they're like, you pay $9 for that little bottle, right? But you would have to explain to them the concentration power of it. The thing about it is that little bottle, right? I forgot to put the ounces there, but I have it with me. It's a 2-ounce bottle.
Wow.
It's just 2 ounces, right? Now that little 2-ounce bottle is equivalent to 3 full bottles of Cresco, right? And as you can see from the cost per use there, even though we pay $9, the cost per use is just The cost per use is just 9 cents. And if you compare it to the scope, the equivalent size, the cost per use there is just 12 cents, right? So you actually save 3 cents, if I'm doing that math correct.
Yes,
it's been a while. So you save 3 cents every time you use this Glister toothpaste. All right. Like I said, it's highly concentrated. What do I mean by that? I mean that they only send you the concentrated part of it. So they give you a cap. Yeah, the camera's on. So they give you a cap with the actual mouthwash. So you take the cap off. You do about 3 to 5 sprays, depending on how concentrated you want it, and then you just add the water yourself. Because again, this company, Amway really doesn't want to send you water. They only want to send you concentrated product. So that's the reason why you get straight concentration product for $9. Even at the IPO cost, it's a steal of a deal. 7.63 right? This is the IBO cost, $7.63, right? And of course, you get PV on a monthly basis for just using mouthwash. Again, it's concentrated, so it's gonna last you a very, very long time, right? Now, the last part of the product line I wanna highlight is the toothbrushes. So, next slide, Celine. So the next slide is gonna show us the Glister Advanced Toothbrush. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's gonna be good.
Distracting people here.
So we're on to the next slide. This is our toothbrushes in the business, right? So the Glister Advanced Toothbrush, the thing I like about it is it's so flexible and it's so soft. And it could fit, for me personally, it fits my sensitive gums perfectly, right? Now in the pack, I want to say you get those 4 colors in the pack that's displayed. And the retail price on that is $12.85. And the IBO cost is $10.92. And of course, you get PV as well. You get a good PV for just brushing your teeth. 3.05 PV and the BV of 9.28. A good reason why I highly recommend this is that it has a good grip at the bottom of it, and it's so flexible. Like I said, it covers all areas of your mouth while you're using it, right? So I highly recommend this product as well. Every part of this line is highly recommended, right? And just to wrap it up, you know, with the Glister, they put so much science into this product, right? So I'll wrap it up with, we have beautiful smiles down to science. So if you really want to have a beautiful smile, you know, get on the Glister line. I'm going to show the products a little bit right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn on the camera.
Yeah.
And physically show you all the products before I wrap up, and then we'll do some testimonies. All right.
Yes. You can see his cute face.
All right. Y'all can see me now?
Yes.
So remember I mentioned the travel size, right? This is the travel size toothpaste.
Look at that.
Too cute.
And
Yes.
it's huge.
It's huge. Put your hand behind that, man. And you have man hands, so it's a little different. But yeah, you know?
Yeah, my hand is small, but still.
It's huge.
But it's like the size of the palm of my hand,
Yeah.
or longer. If I go all the way up to the last finger.
Yeah,
You
it's
see
huge.
it? So it's a great one. And again, the thing about it that's so great is that they made the nozzle small, right? So that you use less toothpaste. Why would you use less toothpaste? Because again, this is concentrated.
Concentrate.
Everything is concentrated in the business, all right? Going on along with concentration again, this is the mouthwash that I mentioned, 9 cents per use, right? Remember I mentioned that you have a cap, so it comes with a cap like this. You take this cap off. This is gonna be, I don't know, goggle cap. I don't know what to call it, right? And you take off the main cap. You spray about 2 to 3 sprays, or you could do up to 5. Don't go over 5, right? But you do about 5 sprays in here. Then you just run some water. You goggle, and you're good to go. You're set, right?
Awesome sauce.
Another thing that I mentioned is during the day when your mouthwash, you know, kind of wears off, if it does wear off late in the day, after lunch or something, right? You can use the refresher spray right here. Hopefully everybody can see that.
You take the light off a little bit. You know?
I think they can see it
A
now.
little darker.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So there's the refresher spray. So simple use, take the cap off, your mouth feeling stinky, you just, you know, and now I'm fresh and I'm good to go.
Fresh shit.
Ready to show the plan, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, last but not least, I talked about the toothbrush that I wanted to show. This is a green one. Clearly, I used the blue one. Blue is my favorite color. But the green ones, still got to use them. But here you go. This is the toothbrush. Hopefully, you can all see that there. It's going to refocus soon.
Yeah.
But we get the idea. It's the
Yeah.
toothbrush. So with that, I'm pretty much done with the Glister line. Anybody, testimonies, anybody's been using it? Any good reviews from the dentist? Anybody here? Anybody just love Glister?
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I think we have a testimonial coming up here.
Yes.
Tallahassee.
Oh,
Hi,
sorry.
yes, we can see you.
Hi guys, my name is Jaleesa. So a little quick testimony about Glister. I really like it. Now that I've started to use it, my teeth is actually very smooth. And believe it or not, one of my friends, I don't know how they actually got by my mouth area, but they end up touching my teeth by accident. and it was like, they told me, they was like, oh my gosh, your teeth are so smooth. But that's just one of the testimony. I mean, I love it. I love the travel size toothpaste. It's really cute. And the Listerine as well. So I just love the product. So that's just pretty much my testimony.
No, man, you don't go back up again. All right, Atlanta.
Yeah. So I have a customer. They were actually ex-IBOs, and she and her husband, sharp couple, and they had stopped so they were out of the business, and she noticed she had never had a cavity before, so she stopped using Glister, and a long story, I'd met her when I'd gone to get my car serviced because she worked at the Subaru dealership, and she says, I gotta get that thing back. And ever since then, I've been supplying her the travel pack. I actually have one in the back of the car, and she says ever since she's been back on the Glister, she hasn't had any cavity problems, and people want to know if she's whitening her teeth.
Wow.
So
awesome.
I think I'm gonna start. Start charging her $50 for it.
Very true. Very true.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't think I can hear you from so far though. Okay. But the mic is here.
All right. So I have a testimony. Last year when my mom had passed, my aunt from Canada came to, they were all staying here in the house. And so she kept complaining that every toothpaste she uses, her mouth itches. And she said, she says, I've used every single toothpaste out there possible. And she says, it just itches. And she says, you know what? I find that when I use your toothpaste, nothing happened. And so when we looked at the back of it, well, I had it, of course, when she used it from our home. She said, oh my God, I don't feel that itchy feeling. So of course my brother jumped on it, put her on Ditto. And for the toothpaste, so now she's on Ditto delivery for our toothpaste. And I was wondering why that was the case. But when I looked at the back of the toothpaste, the Glister toothpaste, and this was done by an IBO, I guess they had like this little research on the back. Each toothpaste have a different color. And when you look at the color, it all has a different chemicals, different things that are in the toothpaste. And when you look at Glister on the back of it, it's green. And the green means that it's all natural. So that is why she did not feel any of that stuff on it. But Glister is awesome. That's it.
Woo! Awesome!
Okay.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
All righty. Great stuff from you all. Okay, up next we got Jonathan with streaming.
Hey everybody. Yes, Jonathan Smith, here in Manassas, Virginia. Well, Bull Run, Virginia, whichever one. Proudly sponsored by C. Wilson, down in Tallahassee, to Kenneth Drayton and Adrian Gonzalez, to Company United Prasad, to Sanjeev Shauna Sahai. So today I had the pleasure of doing streaming. So what is streaming? So with our business, we have our education system, hence product and system education. So our education system is where we learn how to not only do our business, but also learn from others who are already successful in growing their Amway business, and learn how we can grow at a faster pace or have the motivation to keep growing ourselves and keep growing our business. So with streaming, the great thing with BWW is that we've navigated from having not only CDs, but to having digital streaming media to where we can listen to all the emeralds, diamonds, double diamonds, crowns, from various backgrounds at any time on our phones. So today, quickly, I was going to talk about one of the streams. Actually, it helped me a lot recently. It's by Charlie and Dorso, The One Thing, and that's BWW1952. Again, that's BWW1952, or Charlie and Dorso, The One Thing. So I don't want to give too much about it because I definitely just want to let y'all hear it for yourselves. But basically, he's basically talking about the one thing that can help grow your business, help you get out there more. It helped me, and streaming is really really going about listening to it once a day. I mean, that's just when you're starting out. However many you want to listen to is great. If you want to listen to 5 a day, that's great, 2 a day. But really, the whole reason you want to get from streaming is you listen to it and you can apply what you listen to. Because listen to a whole bunch and not get anything from it is really counterintuitive. So, and real quick, I just want to share a little snippet from the stream real quick.
That's nothing. Just use your products. This business is all about love and leadership. And the greatest leaders are the greatest servers. So it's love and servitude. I was hanging out, Andy and I, with Vinny and Dana about a week ago. Vinny was saying it's all about love and servitude. That's what this business is all about. Have an unconditional love for people. Don't love this person because they did this much, and you love this person on this side because you love them a little bit less because their activity was less. You love people all the same. That's our job.
So yeah, so just a quick snippet. Definitely highly recommend to listen to it, especially if you're starting out, because it helps you get away that it helps with calming that inner voice that wants you to get back into your comfort zone. So it allows you to stay out of your comfort zone and push forward, basically. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, awesome subject. Up next, we have Jalissa on book, and if I butchered your name, I'm sorry.
Go Jalissa. Go Jalissa. You do good.
Hello guys again. My name is Jalissa Winters, personally sponsored by Roger McKenzie, all the way up to Rodney Wilson and Celia Wilson, all the way up to Kenneth and Andrea Gonzalez, all the way up to Nadia and Kamta Prasad, to our diamonds, Sanjeev and Shauna Sahai. So I am here to talk about books and why books is important. And when I first, before I actually started the business, I was always reading, but I would read one book and then I would start some of it, then I put it down, then I read another one, start some of it, then I put it down. But then when I actually got in the business, I realized that books is really important because one thing that a diamond mentioned that I heard maybe a few months ago, and she was telling us, it's one thing to read, but it's another thing to actually see yourself in the books. Do you really see yourself in the books? And that's one thing that I have learned, that I've actually seen myself in a few of the books that I actually read. One that I'm about to explain today is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And this book is really, 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 really powerful. It talks about, your old programming and, self-talk to pretty much put new programming in your mind. And just imagine, all your years of your life, 20, 30 years of your life, you have been stuck on, the old programming and, what your brain is pretty much telling you what not to do, and you can't do this and you can't do that. But the power of positive, affirmations and just this book really helps. And I'm just going to read you just a little snippet of little quotes in the book. And this is the title was The Competition of Daily Living. And it says, through some natural law of cause and effect, when we improve ourselves, the things we would like to have in our lives follow naturally. Improve who you are, and by the same law, you will improve your life. So also when you're reading, just take heed of, applying it to your daily life, and you pretty much watch yourself transform. And that's what I have been doing ever since I've been in the business, just reading and learning more about myself. And, that's really the hardest thing, to really change what you have always been so accustomed to, something that's very new, something that's positive every day. And so, reading is definitely powerful, and it's more effective if you actually use it through your day-to-day life. I just want to encourage everyone to read, take heed of the 15 minutes that they say every day. Now, since I've started, I've read more than 15 minutes. I mean, it's really getting very interesting. So, just to really take time to really, know who I am and know myself, and, become who, my creator really calling me to become. So, that's just pretty much my snippet on reading. And yeah, that's me again, Julissa. Have a good one.
Good stuff there. Good stuff there. Good job. Good job.
All right. Awesome, Julissa. Up next, we have Sile with System.
Yes. A pleasant good day, all. I love that Trey got my name right and really did really fun thing. Fantastic. Good job, Trey. Yes, good. So that's somebody transfer some PV, man. A pleasant, happy Saturday to all. My name is Celia Wilson, proudly sponsored in the business by Kenneth Drake and Andrew Gonzalez out of Hampton, Georgia, who's up to our beautiful, prestigious, most magnificent Sapphires going emerald in a big way, Campton 90% after Sanjeev, and the rest of the Galaxy proceeds after that. So yeah, man, very, very distinguished honor and pleasure, privilege, and all of the other accolades to be in front of you guys today to have an opportunity to talk about one of the aspects of system. All right, this is kind of where the rubber hits the road. Many folks, when they get into the business, they want to know the mechanics. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do the other? So kind of this is where you get your appetizer, I suppose, before the main meal, I suppose, because the main meal will happen when you actually go out in the field and do the work. But here, I'm going to share with you one of the most major things or aspects of our business, which is a part of our 4 basics called showing the presentation or showing the plan, right? Thank you so much there, Rodney, man. Yeah, showing the plan. So right here, I have a little rendition. I don't know if the board caught it yet. Yeah, oh, we should click, Julissa, man, click in our picture right down there so we can see each other. Thanks so much. Good stuff, good stuff. So yeah, man, so this is our 4 basics right here. This is the grunt work of the business. For those who really want to know what the heck do I do when I got into this thing, this is the grunt work of the business. The first thing you do when you get into the opportunity to get a part of the team is that you want to work with your upline to build a list of names. After you build a list of names, work with your coach to contact and invite those folks out to either see the opportunity to see the presentation or see the product, right? And then you want to follow up and get people started correctly. Not everybody wants to see the presentation, which is what we do. So some people may be interested in seeing the product. Very great product like what Rodney shared with us today. All right, we've noticed through the numbers game that not everybody is interested in the actual business, and that's fine. Not everybody will become a McDonald's owner, right? Some people just want some McNuggets, right? So, and that's okay. That's A-okay. So our Kenneth always reminded me when I got into the business, when people would say no, he's like, hey, you don't want everybody as a business owner, so that's okay. All right, so allow people we're in the business of helping people in whatever way that happens to be. Okay, just helping people. So either we show them the product or show them the presentation, follow up and get them started. And then continue this over and over again. So I'm going to talk about just this very small component here about showing the product, showing the presentation, sorry, right? And with respect to showing the presentation, what the heck is showing the presentation? Well, it's what Amway tells us we legally have to show before we get somebody registered. So by the way, you can't just sign people up and they say, hey, I like you. Sign me up. No. And we would literally ask you, yo, did you show them the thing? Well, of course, the thing being the Amway compensation plan. Right? So you gotta be able to, you gotta show it, right? Now there are several ways to show the plan, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. And it's why the heck do we show the plan? Well, because we need to expand our business. The only way that any enterprise or franchise works is by new businesses getting started. Okay, and that's what showing the presentation does. It gives people a way to understand what the heck do we do. All right. So the second stuff, how do we show people the presentation? Now the good news is you're kind of becoming now, you're a business owner. So say you become a plumber tomorrow, and if you are, that's what's up, you know. You have most likely in your little box of tools several ways of getting certain things done. You might have an Allen key, a wrench, all of these different fittings to help you get your work done. Showing the presentation is just like fixing the faucet. Yes, you want to fix the faucet, but there are different ways to fix the faucet. You might need a wrench. So there are different ways of showing the presentation. One of the ways that we are frequently hearing about, because it kind of increases our volume as we do it, is doing a QI, which is a qualitative interview. Making sure just to say, hey, do you look like somebody we could possibly work with? Right? There's a famous CD called Are They 6'5", right? Which kind of talks about if you're picking a basketball team, the first thing you wanna, and you're trying to get a center forward, somebody like of the stature of what's that guy who's really famous? Dwight Howard, like a Dwight Howard. You know, as much as I like Chris Paul, he's probably not good for that position, right? So I want to make sure, hey, if I'm trying to get a center forward for my team, I want to make sure they're at least 6'5", right? So the same idea is that a QI allows you to just double check to see, hey, are you the kind of person that we're looking for that could possibly excel in what we do, right? A napkin plan also gives more detail, but not as much as the full presentation. And then there is the full presentation where you go through the whole nuts and bolts of every single thing in there. Then the other way that you can see the opportunity or show the presentation, you can sit with somebody on a one-on-one basis, or you can do it in a group setting like a home meeting, or you can do it with the professionals in your local city, right? And that's called the open meeting. Now, there are different reasons we choose different tools on how to show the plan. Don't just everything. You know, like I have some folks that I would originally would show the plan only at the open meeting. And so the open meeting would always be the first look for everybody on their team. And I'm like, probably not, right? You want to think as a business owner. You don't want to do anything automatic, all right? You're building an asset, so you make sure your mind is engaged. And if you're not sure, talk to your coach, because we want to make sure that when you're out there swinging, you know that you're swinging and you know exactly what to do when you connect, okay? So definitely connect with your coach on exactly what's the best way for you and your business to do it. Now, always leverage your upline when you get started. Why? Because I'll be honest with you, when I got started, man, that was like a rocket science presentation Kenneth gave me, man. It was so complex to me in the beginning, but then when I actually spoke with Kenneth and Kamta about it, it made more sense. And then I was like, oh, I could do this. So speak with your coach so that they can break down different aspects of the presentation so it can make more sense to you. All right. We also have slides, a DVD presentation, idea, web space, pen and paper, right? Different ways to show the presentation. So any of this is what can be done. Again, you are an expert. You determine for yourself at what stage and at what day and time what's most suitable to you to show the plan. Now, if you are like Bill Gates in the sense, and you're not going to disrespect your business by doing it and showing it to somebody at their pace and their stuff. It's your business, so you have the opportunity to say, hey, right now it's not the rest time, we're in the restroom, it's probably not the best place for us to do this. Let's go ahead and book an opportunity to connect, right? So in other words, you dictate and control exactly when and where that happens. And work with your coach to make sure that you're doing it at the right place and time, so that you give respect to the freaking awesome opportunity that we have. Okay, so another thing. So now moving on to still on the bullet point of how to STP, right? There are parts of the showing of the plan thing. Don't have a lot of time to go through all of them, but in a high level, you want to at least get the people comfortable with you, which is called setting at ease. Don't just start going into business. Back in the day, I used to just go into business. Hey, that's what we're here for. Let me start showing you some numbers. No, let's be friends. Let's figure out, hey, how you doing? How's your day been? And stuff like that. And sometimes during the set at ease process, you can actually get to know about their dreams, because they can start telling you, yo, work was ridiculous today. And I was like, I can't wait to get out of there. And then you can start talking about, really, what would you do if you were to get out of there? What would be your top 5 things you do in your day if you didn't have to show up to work? Dream building, right there. So you can actually run into them. So, you have to have like categorically separation of steps, when you're showing the presentation. So after you set them at ease, you want to get their dreams. Why the heck are they there talking with you, right? And then because without this, the dream building part, it is very challenging to build the rest of the argument as to why they need to do or they should do anything different with their life, right? What we have found sometimes is that sometimes people's dreams aren't big enough. Don't judge someone if their dreams aren't big enough yet. I know when I got started, I never thought that you could be an engineer but not work. Was rare. And now through being exposed to the business more, it's actually a thing that if I want that option, I can have it. So don't be too skeptical with people when they're at that stage. The good news is you want to lead people by telling them, hey, if you do, we can. So tell me, do you do? You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Right? So after you get a dream in, you want to explain to them, I noticed that your dreams are a heck of a lot bigger than your current income or the path in which you are on to get to where you're trying to be. So there's a reason for you to own your own business. All right, so that's why the third step is reason for personal business ownership. Why the heck should you do something differently, right? And we're building an argument. If you're a lawyer or somebody who's done argumentative writing before, this is kind of like that same thing. You're building up to a point, right? So this is the reason, your dreams are huge or you want them to be big. You just want to not work as much. Great. Realize that your E-quadrant lifestyle doesn't get you where you're trying to be. So therefore, let's go into the business models, different ways that you can make money, all right? And then through business models at this stage, some people do franchising and different other things, to help you see different business models. Some people do the wholesale retail connection, and that's one model of making money. Social entrepreneurship, all of that conversation can happen there. And then at 642 is where you talk about us. The Amway compensation plan, which is the 642 point, and then the 5-point wrap up. Okay, so and again, I kind of went through it really fast. Please get back to your coach and find out why each step is very important. Now, when I got started, I didn't realize there were steps. I just saw people doing a lot of things, and I thought everybody was doing it way different. But when I actually studied the business, I realized that, oh shoot, there's a rhyme or reason. So I would listen to Cam to show the plan and see him, and I realized, oh, that's the step he's on, and the way he's doing it is this way. Oh, Rodney's showing the plan now, and that's how he does the business model part. Or Roderick is showing the plan, and the way he does the reason for personal business ownership might be breaking down someone's income and showing that, shoot, you ain't got no money, right? And therefore giving you a reason why you need to do something different. So understand when you're sitting in the room watching other leaders do their thing, that if your mind is turned on, you will learn a lot, learn a lot. So definitely do that. So when you go to your open meeting, your local open meeting, even if you don't have guests, show up and take notes, because in your mind, you're just trying to see how that person do it, take, and you become a better delivery. And then you'll be able to handle even more sticky situations as you progress in the business, Okay, and that kind of leads to the other point. How do I get good? Do it more. Fail quickly. Fail quickly, fail forward, right? You're gonna goof up. That's the good news. It's not new. When it happens, be like, oh shoot, I was gonna goof up. No, it happens. It happens. When you rode a bike for the first time, most likely it didn't work out right. Your knees get dinged and stuff. So, just make sure that it's okay. right? Work with your mentor and they'll help you get better. But nothing can replace you going out there and doing it yourself. Bill Britt made that point that the person who plays the piano the best is most likely the person who has made the most mistakes on the piano. So the idea is to go out and play your piano by showing the plan a heck of a lot. Right? And the other thing that I have learned personally from to improve my own plan showing is asking myself during my upline showing the plan, or even my downlines, because Roderick, they do freaking awesome jobs showing the plan, really good. So I was like, yo, why did he say that? Because each of them show plans in different parts of town, and they will be picking up different tidbits as they show the plan as well. That evolves their plan a little differently based on what they run into. And I'm like, I like, right? So I will ask myself, why did he say that? And then in myself, I'll try to answer that question. Okay, so I would recommend you guys do the same thing. Yo, why did Nadia say that? Why did she say it exactly like that? And if I can't find an answer after the presentation or what have you, check with your upline and say, hey, I noticed in the open meeting, this presenter said XYZ. I'm thinking they might have said it because of this, but really and truly, what do you think? And allow your upline to teach you, right? So keep your mind on. Again, you're a business owner. You're no longer an employee that somebody's telling you stuff on what to do. You are the one starting and initiating action, right? Bill Hawkins made a phenomenal point that most people remain amateurs in business and therefore never achieve their true potential because they stay at the amateur level. My thoughts are, as a leader, as a mentor, to push forward, to never stay in the amateur level. When I'm getting ready to show the plan, I also want to make sure that my mind is on, right? I want to make sure that there's mental prep work that is done, my affirmations. I'm synchronizing my thoughts with the person who I'm going to show the presentation to. If I'm going to show the presentation to Andre, he's already doing well in school. How could this business help Andre? Okay, he already has great leadership through the ROTC program, but what we do in the Brit Worldwide system, we can enhance his leadership skills. So he'll be even at the top of his ball game there. The mentorship program and the books that we're going to read is going to help him even better with time management. So as I'm driving, and if I'm going to show Andre the plan, that's what's going through my mind, right? So I want to recommend everybody do that, because what I've found is that when I do that, I synchronize better with the person when I get to them, right? So there's some physical prep work as well. Make sure you have your demo bag. Make sure you're prepared. Make sure you have pen, paper, DVD, CD, whatever you need to get your work done. It's tough to show up to work as a plumber without your baggie, you know? So don't show up like, oh, shucks, I forget at home, boy. That ain't right. That ain't right. How could I trust you to take me anywhere when you don't have your stuff, okay? So be prepared. That's our responsibility as someone showing the presentation. Have handouts and CDs. Kenneth has done a fantastic job helping us find credibility data to support if people at the presentation level say, hey, that's a scam, boy, what you are in. You can now bring up documentation. Boom. Right? And the Brit Worldwide team just released BWW Share, which allows you to share streaming without having to lend out CDs. So now you can take advantage of that. And for those of you guys still in the process of getting that subscription, feel free to loan CDs out. Bill Britt noticed that big things happened, that there was a higher retention rate in his business when people loaned out a book and CDs after showing them the presentation. So we want to follow suit, okay, and do the same thing as well. And just as I wrap up, I want to leave you with a few CDs that I'd recommend everybody listen to. The good news is the mechanics of this business, which is actually showing the presentation and doing the 4 basics, is a walk in the park. They're going to come to a point in time when you got it. Nobody could, nobody can, like, you know how to do what you need to do. But what ends up shifting, I've noticed, is the why. Why should I go out there when I don't feel like and get it done? Why? When I'm in talking to a prospect about this business, to get my conviction, my personal, yeah, that's a real word, right? Get that together. Let my eyes do the speaking even more than my mouth does. How can I get that? I've noticed that there is a power in listening to more streams. One of the 2 streams that I've really, well, I'll give you one that's really powerful to me, is the Perspectives on Business Ownership. RC59, big up Roderick. He's the one who got it at one time, and I was like, Nice CD. Added it to my cart as well. Right, so RC59, Perspectives on Business Ownership, has several folks from different walks of life on that stream, giving examples as to, or reasons as to why they chose this business. So that when you're sitting across from a single mother, somebody in the military, you know, or a father with kids, that you know exactly why, what things might be their hot buttons, even if you're not in that category in your life, you know? So I definitely recommend getting that RC59. So with that, I'll take it back to the host. Thank you for your time. Thanks.
Oh, I thought that.
No, we're doing
activity.
Oh my activity. Anyone has any activity?
Awesome. See you later.
New people.
You're always right. You told my mom about you tonight. All right, we got activity report. Who wants to share?
Start with Tallahassee.
Tallahassee. We're starting with you guys.
Yeah, man. You guys want to go first? Well, Roger run things, you know, so we gotta let Roger go first. Go ahead and make us all look bad, Roger. Huh? No, you can do it together. Yeah, Roger.
50 million home meetings.
50 million home meetings.
Hey, everybody. Roger Key, I'm proudly sponsored by Rodney Wilson, right? It's directly sponsored by, well, not directly, C-Lay Wilson. All right, Upline C-Lay Wilson. Those are sponsored by Kenneth Drake and Nadia Gonzalez, and then directly sponsored by Camter and Nadia Prasad, and Upline Davish Sanjeev and Shauna Sahai. Yes, definitely have a lot of activity up in here in Tallahassee. You know, happy to momentum picks up is a good feeling. You know, you want to keep it going, keep pushing. And the best way I see how to do that is to go from home meeting to home meeting. So as soon as you book one or something, you see someone ready to go, do a home meeting for them. Like book a time, be able to contact all their friends and get them a home meeting going. So so far right now in Romario's business, he actually has a young lady by the name of Demani, and very high green light for sure. We'll actually be connecting tomorrow to set up. We already say the home meeting is going to be next week. All right, so we'll be making calls on Sunday for that to happen, and also a few personals as well. Young guy by the name of Raymond. He's actually here right now. You can come up and introduce yourself right quick.
Yes. Hey, Raymond! Raymond!
I met Raymond on Lyft, guys. I drive Lyft here and there to make some extra change. And Raymond just said, hey, he's just looking for mentorship. He's just, really interested, just talking. And the way he talk and how he's looking for positive friends and positive vibes, I was like, you know what? Let me bring this guy. Let me show him, what's up. And he's pretty much here right now for more information. Go ahead.
Hi everyone. As he said, my name is Raymond, and basically, I actually, yes, I met Roger through a Lyft, and we just started a conversation. I was basically asking him if he came to school up here in Tallahassee because he looked pretty young, and he said he graduated from FAMU, and then I was asking him basically what was his major and everything, and then basically we kind of got deep into the conversation. I was basically telling him my reason for coming up here and basically a little bit about where I grew up and how I grew up and everything, and basically my plans and my goals for the future. Basically give you a brief breakdown about that. I'm from Miami, and okay, so me, I'm a very observant person. I pay attention to my surroundings. I'm very alert with my surroundings and everything, and I noticed the younger generation, I'm not really sure how to put it, but the younger generation, I wouldn't say behavior-wise isn't so good, and that kind of hits me, especially for African-American young Black males and stuff like that. But people are just kids in general, and as well as adults. I figured, the way a lot of people, they don't necessarily grow up with a father figure, and I can somewhat relate to those people. Basically, because me, myself, I don't mind sharing this with you guys. I got adopted at the age of 2. I got separated from my family. I got adopted at the age of 2. I grew up with a different household of people, and I wasn't so serious with my education. I didn't have that motivation to kind of like push me or anything like that. I got involved with the church and everything, so I basically got closer to God and Jesus, and that also helped me motivate myself. But just seeing like a lot of people basically in terms to make it out of the hood, a lot of people, especially young kids, they tend to do sports. And basically I was talking to Roderick, and basically what he was pointing out to me was that, like, what if you don't, for example, a lot of people down in Miami, a lot of people they like to play football. What if you don't make it into the NFL? What if you don't make it into the NBA? Like, what would be your plan B or C? So basically, like, that's also another reason why I am interested in this business, because, like, for me, I want to be a role model for these kids. Like, for me, I just have a heart, and I actually care about these kids, just looking at them and everything. And a lot of people, they just come to me, and for some reason, I'm just good at giving advice. But just listening to them, like, a lot of people, they're lost. They don't even know whether they want to go to college or what they're going to do after they graduate high school. Some people don't even graduate high school. They just do, like, get lost and stuff like that. But for me, like, I have people down from Miami that are looking up to me. Like, I didn't even notice it. Like, there's this one person, he told me he looks up to me, and that also hit me and motivated me to want to continue my education, to move forward and choose the best career possible for me. But for the fact that he looks up to me, that makes me want to be a role model, not only for him, but also for people down in my church, and just basically people all around, kids and even adults as well. But yeah, that's basically it.
Love his heart, man. Love his heart. Great guy. But yeah, that was pretty much his story. But activities, just generally, aside from Raymond, man, a whole lot's been going on here in Tallahassee, and even Beatty, man, that guy's on fire as well. He's in Jacksonville or on the way to Jackson, one of the two, right now. That's why he's in here today. But definitely that guy contacting Beast as well. I say, Beatty, now you gotta slow down and take all my friends. I invited them out to my church food truck Wednesday. So he's like, hey, let's go contact. And I say, I know the perfect place. I say, hey, come on to church. And you just talk to all my friends. I introduced him, and that was it, I was like, yeah, it's supposed to be, I'm supposed to be wide, but now I look like I can be deep. Yeah. Well, that's all right. That's pretty much it for the activities.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Okay, I'm sure I'm board, sexy.
I'll show them. Yeah. All right, hello everybody. Rodney Wilson here again. Earlier this week, showed a plan to a young guy. He actually lives in Roderick's complex, which is hilarious. So I showed him the plan, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm very familiar with this." He's like, "You ever been there?" I was like, "Yes, I'm very familiar." I have some partners in the area. So I showed him the plan and called Campter, and I'm actually gonna go for the follow-up tomorrow and continue the process there. He's actually, I forgot the science, but he's in some sort of special science. Wow. And I was like, that's what's up. I'll see him tomorrow and get more information there. But this week I was pretty much I was in Atlanta for a couple of days. I participated in the IBM Hackathon, which is pretty much a coding challenge. The results of that was my team got third place. But the best part about it was the networking with other students. So I got like a ton of LinkedIn contacts. So I just was like, everybody I see was like, hey, you got a LinkedIn? You got a LinkedIn? You got a LinkedIn? So everybody on LinkedIn, so I'm gonna go, of course, got some numbers as well. So I definitely have to go back and reach out to them, make sure that they got home safe, and then continue the conversation from there. And Miss Campton and Nadia this time, and Kenneth and Andrea, because the conference was so short, the hackathon they was like in and out, boom. Y'all do y'all code and then go home. That was it. Yeah, that was pretty much it. So it ended at like 4, and then by 6 we were pretty much on the flight. Wow. And Atlanta airport is kind of crazy. Yeah. But anyway, that's another story. But the main thing I wanted to share today is I got very, very serious after hearing Nick talk about getting his team's dreams together.
Yes.
So I did. Yes. Dream board. Diamond ring at the bottom there.
Yes.
Got the Rolex studio, of course, Freedom. That's that boat Compton I talked about.
Hey.
Definitely gotta get some nice vacation.
You're gonna put that GTV spider on there, man.
And the studio.
Wow, that's beautiful.
The BMW Sports Edition. So yes.
Oh yeah.
So
Nice. Wow. Yeah, man. Yeah, tough to kind of go after all of that. Next time I'll go first. Next time I'll definitely go first. So hey guys, just a few things here. Stacy, part of our dearly beloved Jonathan Smith's team, actually was nominated for a Inspiration Award today. So he's actually going to be a participant of one of the festivals here in town. It's going to be at Lee Hall in Florida A&M University's auditorium there in Lee Hall, and he was nominated for that award. It's a prestigious award. So we're gonna, right after this, we're gonna head out there to support him after 14. Right? So yeah, it's gonna big up Stacy and for that, and so we're gonna be heading out there to support him. And as he does that, I'm working with Mrs. Powell still. She had like rough weeks the last few weeks. So she had like exams and stuff like that. So it was really tough to get her to work with her. But she said, hey, Celia, I'm back. So we had some connections today. We met today. She couldn't stay because she needed to get ready for the event tonight. So she couldn't stay for that. But I'm really excited to get back on the path with her. Have a few personals, Destiny and Joseph. And I have a cousin of mine who my family is aware of me doing stuff up here. So they keep connecting with me with good people. So they introduced me to a guy from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right? Not bad. Not bad. This guy is very, very sharp, did his PhD and every single thing, and he's there in SVG. His PhD is in entrepreneurship. Could you believe that? We will leave the comments for that later. I was like, don't go hard on him, Celia. Don't go hard on him. But I did share with him that the Brit Worldwide system about helping entrepreneurs do their thing. It was a fantastic segue to kind of show him the opportunity. He was like, this is exactly what my country needs. This is what I need. I've been trying to look for an opportunity all along, and I was able to show it to him. And we're doing a follow-up this week coming up. So definitely excited by that. I have no problem going to the St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Tough. I'll take one for the team and go there. It's a beautiful country to visit. So yeah. But of course, we'll get some momentum there first before we get there. Another thing. What? Sorry. Right. Okay. Last thing. Oh, what? Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Okay. Just stop a second. Okay. Actually, didn't know it was out of leg to me or something. Right. So so another thing, me and Crazy Girl started our core run. I think it's going well. I hope she says the same thing. Right. So we've been doing quite a few days of that. We coming back from FPD, we were like, we gotta get it going. And just as a lot of the champions said during Pase, that it starts with us, right? Getting us together. So the core run is a really good way to kind of get our habits back on track, get that mental discipline back, and to be able to get your mind at peace. And the crazy thing is about the reading thing, part of core, I realized that I had a really weird week at work last week, and I realized through reading, it calms my mind when it's racing and when it's concerned about different things. So definitely another reason why to read. It calms your mind and it kind of gets you back to positively thinking right, So very appreciative of that. So yeah, other than that, quite a few other personals. Another guy from Grenada is also getting started in our team in the next few weeks. Yes, again, another country I don't mind traveling to, but he's here in Tallahassee, but he has roots in Grenada. So looking forward to working with him as well. So yeah, that's about it from me. I don't know if anybody else want to do some fun. Yes. Back to the host.
Oh,
All right.
Atlanta team, let's go.
All right.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, hi guys.
Hey, hey.
This is Carol and Anthony Cox, sponsored by Tony in Miami to Soleil in Tallahassee to Kendra and Andrea Gonzalez here in Stockbridge to Compton and Naughty Prasad here in Stockbridge as well, up to Shauna and Sanjeev Sahai. Okay, so today I did, well, let me back up. Monday, I showed the plan. Is it Monday? Yeah. Yeah, Monday. I showed the plan to this girl. She just found out she is with child, so you know, taking it slow. We've been texting each other. She's been feeling a little bad, but she said she is interested. She is open. She wanna, you know more about it. Just been texting and talking, you know, on the phone. She's been doing better now, so I'm doing a follow up with her when probably 2 more days. She said give her 2 days. So I don't know what that's about, but okay. And I also met another girl at a maternity store. She works at Sam's and she do the maternity store. She said she's looking for an apartment. You know, just talking, making conversation with you know, getting to know her. I have a follow up with her actually tomorrow. And also today I was doing see my shirt, Access. I did an Access event in McDonough, Georgia, and it was a festival where they had a lot of stuff going on. It was a craft and arts festival, and then they had a barbecue. Like on this side, they had a bike and car show on this side. So it was so many people. So I put my Access out in the front, and I told the lady I'm paying good money to have these tables out here. Now, please give me a good spot. And I was right in the front of everything. Like, you had to go around me to get to all the other stuff. So I was really excited. And I did some great sales. I also sold cases of Access that I had on me. Packed up, you know, the ones that I had out for sampling. I let them sample first. And, oh yeah, Twist Tubes, I had them on the table too, and I was selling them as well. And then I would like throw in the water because they got the Twist Tube. I was like, go ahead and try it now. They would come back, they'd drink it up and come back because it was hot out there. So that was good. And then awesome upline came behind us, or came in front, and I thought I saw Compton, but I wasn't for sure, so I just kept talking. And he was like, I've been watching y'all for a while. And I'm like, what? You been here a while? I didn't even know. So he came up and paid for a root beer. And he was like, it's the best thing in the world. Like, he already started drinking it. And this lady heard what he said, and she bought 3. So I told Papa I owe him like a whole case. But I have a lot of stuff that I have to tweak because I have a big banner. And then, oh, y'all, I got the Access tablecloth, and it says Access gear. So everybody was like, what is it? And I was like, wow, I should have had, what Compton said, we should have had a bigger banner to show, you know, like the comparison and more, you know, information. But I'm gonna tweak it more next time. But I had a real good time. And what the numbers you got? Oh my God, the numbers I got. I'm so sorry. Okay, I got like 15. I got 15 numbers, and four people are interested in the business. You know, you have to put the little notes on the side. 4 people are interested in the business, and yeah, I got number. Oh, and then I got 7 orders of Access, like different people, but they want to add more stuff. Like I gave them catalogs, and they got my information, and I got theirs. Okay, I got my cousin. I don't know if you guys remember, I had my cousin with me for FED. That was her first one.
Well, she's with child, and she wanted to, build up the business for her baby. So I'm helping her. Well, we did her list. We're working on her list, and she said she texts Miss Nadia. Me and Nadia helped her do the strip, and she texted the girl, one of her friends. I think her name is Jessica. She works at Publix, and she's interested. So we're gonna probably get with her next week as well. And my cousin was saying she needs some new friends because they all suck. I'm just saying what she said. The one she went to school with, she was in the varsity, the ROTC, and they all afraid. And she's like, what are they afraid of? Like, I don't have time. I got a baby coming. I got to get this going. So we're going out to the mall and just go out prospecting, just go do our everyday thing and get some more numbers for her and get it started. And then I got to get my own as well. So I'm working hard, and it's going to be great. It's an awesome year. That's it.
Trey gonna bring you guys up.
Yeah, I'll introduce you.
But I think oh, Ken, go.
Hello, everybody. I saw that Silly has pens in her pocket, so I made sure I got pens in my pocket too.
Oh my God.
Do I have enough? One more? Okay, okay. Oh, yeah, you know. Yeah. You know. All right, I'm ready now, Anyway, we are Kenneth Drayton and Andre Gonzalez, directly and proudly sponsored by Campton Nautical Sky. And we have a lot of activity going on since Daniel came back from FED. He changed his clothes, everything. His speech has changed. He's out there contacting. I'm like, you don't want me to come out and show you how to do it? No, I got it. And all of that. The reason why he's not here today is because he had a family member die, but he's still, his uncle died. But he's still with us. He says he's not quitting. He's too excited. I showed the plan to his brother. His brother looked like Bob Marley. The giant. And William wanted to come to FED, but he couldn't make it. So he's taking care of his sick mother. But he's excited also. But when somebody is on fire, when you go to show the plan and you turn up and that person is showing the plan too. And that was Carol. Because she was gracious enough to pick up some products for me. And she says, well, I'm going to be at Barnes & Noble at 3 o'clock. I'm like, me too, so she was showing the plan there. And Carol, when we were there, do you remember the guy who came with the jeans all torn up?
Ripped up, yeah.
Yeah. There was a guy who came there with his jeans all torn up, and it was, it was hanging down and all of that. And I was like, well, all right, I'll contact him. I wasn't too excited, So then yesterday I went to show him the plan, and he had on a full suit, white shirt, tie, breeches, he was just a real nice. You're right, Captain said, don't prejudge. Don't judge a book by its cover. I wanted to tell him you cannot dress better than your future upline. But he's super sharp, he's super excited. Awesome. And then there's another guy who is also super excited. His name is O'Brien Walker. He has 2 last names. I could use that, man, So anyway, things are happening. We're staying very consistent. We're doing 5 plans. We're doing 5 plans minimum a week. As a matter of fact, last month I even forgot to mention. I think I mentioned it to Roderick or somebody that I actually did 35 plans last month. So things are cooking, guys. So what I want to do is to bring back up the host.
All right, next we're going to Jonathan. You got anything to share from activity report? No?
Yeah, I got a little bit. So
I'm gonna pass it
it's
to
gonna be
Jonathan.
short. It's gonna be short. So basically just been uh well, I've been listening to Charlie and Dorso, that stream, for about 3 or 4 days come from work. And so hearing to what he said in the stream, I've been going out contacting people. Got made couple connections. Some I got numbers, some I didn't. But basically, I just been going out each day and just giving connections more and more, and gonna give them a call today and see what they say. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. All
right, we're gonna do a quick rundown on who we have in our starting lineup next week. Our host is gonna be Daniel.
Yeah.
Beatty is gonna be on product. And we have Jonathan.
He's doing LOC, Legacy of Clean.
Oh, nice. Love this. We have Ali on book and Roderick on system.
All right.
And I'm going to pass it to our closers, Mr. and Mrs. Prasad.
Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? I got
Awesome.
We come to another episode, very proud to be sponsored by the Diamonds, Sanjeev Shana Sahai, Rubber Diamonds, Kumar and Anjali. An activity level, this business is not an individual business, it's a group business. And as you can see, Kenneth is leading this pack, man. Big time 25 plant. Very proud of you, Kenneth. Let's give him a big round. And whenever it's a group business, so when things are happening for one individual, the synergy is such that it happens for everybody. So I was out cleaning the yard yesterday a little bit, and I think now they have some people that come and take care of the lawn. And these two guys who was walking in my yard, I never seen them before. So I went, hey, what you doing? So they explained to me what they're doing. And one of them, he just started this job 2 days ago. He just came from New York. In fact, he used to do what I was doing. His family is here. He lived in New York. He traveled back and forth. He said, you know what, it's too costly. He said, I'm lonely. I miss my family. I quit everything there and I came here. I just took this job. But so I said, man, are you ambitious? He said, yes, I'm ambitious. But my wife is more ambitious than I am, So I said, all right, I got his number. So the other guy was there, two of them. And I talked to him a little bit, and he said, he's doing his own business. And so they left. And I'm still cleaning the yard. About 7 minutes or so after, they came back. And the other guy, he said, you know what? You told the other guy that you're looking for lookers. He said, well, I'm a looker. I'm looking. Right? I want you to show me what you have. Right? Awesome. So it's awesome. And then, we have a special thing coming up in next month. Now, they wanted the place to be painted up. So we went to look for some paint. Oh, by the way, that's how we met Kenneth and Andrea.
In home.
Andrea. Yeah, Andrea.
I ain't looking for but that's why you met her.
Yeah, right. And I went there for paint, and then there was this new paint you were looking much want to buy. And then the guy said, hey, talk to that guy, and
Works for the company.
He works for the company that makes the paint. So he was explaining to me, I said, you have a car to take. You turn out to be the regional manager of the company. And he's looking also.
Okay.
That is hard.
Yeah, this is.
I found it.
Oh, nothing. That's the package here. Yes. Anyways, so that's my activity level. And here's my awesome wife, Nadia. Our activity level.
We were at Bed Bath & Beyond, and of course there was this young lady with one of those guns that are they're doing bridal registry. And of course I started talking to her and asked her, I said, oh, you're getting married? So she says yes, and I have some last minute things that I have to add on to her registry. So it turned out we were talking, had a nice conversation. She is Mexican American, and her parents are from Mexico. Lived in Florida, and so we started talking. She was really, really excited. Got her number, and she says, "Well, I'm going away on my honeymoon, but as soon as I get back, I want to get back in touch with you because they're looking, young, sharp, just getting married, young couple." So the thing about it is that people are looking wherever you are, everywhere you go, and just have conversations. And that's one of many, many contacts that I've had, or conversations that I've had this week. But I just wanted to talk real quick because I know Conk has a couple of things to share. I know Tallahassee has to leave for their event as well. But I just wanted to give a quick rundown and show appreciation for the people that presented today. And let's give a hand to Trey for his first he did a great job in the hosting, and of course we had product, which is Rod, and I tell you that presentation was incredible. Where it talked about the breakdown of the product, and he presented. Of course he's a pro at this business, but in every area that he, you can see how he excels, and that was really, really incredible. That presentation that he did for products, and of course we had Jonathan. Okay, so this is what we were talking about. I don't know if you guys can see it. No, not really.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what shows up on the toothpaste.
And ours is if you look at the back of it, you'll see it's all
It's green and it says all natural. So.
Can you send
Got
that to
you.
me?
Yes.
That is
Yes.
awesome.
Thank you.
Send it out to everyone.
You can put it in the group link.
Yeah, sure. And then, of course, we have Jonathan with streaming, and again, that's incredible. He's always so calm, so much information.
And it was last minute too.
And of course, last minute, and that's what leaders do, last minute, he filled in beautifully, and you couldn't even tell that seamlessly. And of course, the book with Jaleesa, that's an incredible book, and you can also. You can see the growth in her as she speaks, because I remember not so long ago when she would speak, she would just come up for a couple minutes and run back down and sit. But you can see that growth in her, how she speaks so boldly and confidently. And that is just a testimony to this business and the system that we follow. And of course, we had Celie, Wilson. Show the plan a lot of different ways, but she did an incredible job in the amount of time that she had in explaining how to show the plan. And of course, you can see why she has the following that she does. And I wanted to talk about Roderick and that young man that came up, Raymond. Okay, Raymond. Okay, that Hunter told me Raymond.
Sorry,
that's him. But Raymond. What an incredible way he was talking and speaking. And I wanted to tell you, the system in this business is incredible. The books you read, the CD you listen to, everything that you do in this business change you from the inside out. You cannot attract to, what you're not. Right? They always say you attract to you who you are. And that is just a testimony to, of course, Roderick spoke to him and got him in the business because he speaks just like Roderick, right? Yeah. Doesn't he? Yeah. And so that is what this business is about. Everything that we do in this business is to change the individual that you are. Understand that the way you are right now, you will attract only that level of what you are right now. In order for you to get better and move on in this business and in life, period, you just have to keep changing and changing yourself and growing and become better every single day. But that's it. I know Kampe has a lot to share. So here's Kampe. Awesome, guys. Have a great week.
I want to share a little bit about some split it right here. We're going to turn the camera on. About structure and some money. So if you can turn this here. Yeah. Can you guys see it?
Yep. Clear that.
Yes, perfect.
Back a little bit.
You can back it up a little bit. Yes, you got it. Yes, perfect.
Okay. She said back. Yeah. All right. What you guys drink? What you guys drink today? Yeah. All right. So I wanted to show you some money here that you can we can actually earn, and why you need to go wide this business is. So if you're like 2500 PV level, and we're gonna go through, because the reason why we choose 2500 PV, and I must thank Navina for writing it up so beautiful, because when I wrote it up, you won't understand it anyway. But so this is October, November, December, January, February, March, which is the beginning of the last month you can do qualification. So if you go with the numbers 103, 6, 1050, so 2500 points, and that's why we choose a 2500 points. So now if you only have one leg at 2500 points, and that person below you is your leg, so they will probably have 2400 points, which is like 3 legs thing. The money that you can make with that one leg is only $270. Okay?
Wow.
Investment over
There you go. I got it.
Yeah. All right. Now, if you have 3 legs, and each one of your legs is just 800 points, and you're 100, which is 2500 points, you can make $702. Okay. Wow. Now, if you have 6 legs, and each one is 400 points, and put you to 2500 thing, your income is $918. Okay. Right. So the different structure, you can see why you need to go wide, because you know, with 1,000 points, with a 2,500 point and 6 legs, you have $1,000 a month. You know, and $1,000 a month for the students, a lot of your students are working like 1 or 2 jobs. You can actually, I know for some people, you can actually give up one of their part-time jobs just for this money. You know, okay. Now, if you start now in the month of October by yourself, you're in one IBO, right? From that person list, you need to sponsor 3 IBOs to get to the 300. 3 IBOs to 100 points. Just want to show you how easy it becomes. Now here you have 3 lists. Here you have 1 list. Here you have 3 lists, because it's 3 IBOs to sponsor 6 IBOs, right? So that's like each IBO sponsoring 2. All right? Make sense so far? Yeah. Right, so now you have 6 IBOs. To go to the next level, you have 6 lists now to sponsor 10 IBOs, right? Which is actually, you need 6 people sponsoring 10, so there's like what? 1.5 IBO, right? You understand? Yeah. Now we're going down to the next thing, 10 people, 10 IBOs to sponsor 15, which is 1.5. You see, it's becoming less, right? So I know you have 10 lists, and then you have 15 lists. 15 lists to sponsor 15 IBOs is like 1 person from somebody's list, right? So basically, all you have to do is really work these numbers, and you know, and then you can the list, work the list, and y'all are very good at that. Also, when you can work 3 lists at the same time. Okay, so you can have 3 groups now started, and come March month, you have 3 at 2,500 points. What is that? 7,500 points. Who would? Right? Yeah. And so this business is a numbers thing. Let's apply these numbers and make it happen. Come this year, March. There's a lot of people who can qualify. Let's just follow the lead. Kenneth is the leader of this group here. He's the all upline. He just did about 25 plans last month. You know? Wow. Right? Yeah, and he's out there. He's really working. You can know that. You can see the activities. You know, wow. Right? And his whole goal was to make sure that Beatty and Roderick doesn't show more plan than him right now. He said, "Oh, stop! They give him a run." You know. Also, I would like to see everyone give CD a big congratulations, because Beatty invited her to do a leadership talk to his ROTC.
People are drinking, sir. People are drinking.
To do that, you know. And with that, That's it for us from Atlanta here.
Yeah, the BBS announcement should come out tomorrow
Yeah.
because it's the end of the
Oh,
program.
right,
Yeah.
yeah. I know in Jersey.
The after Memphis, which is this weekend.
Yeah, I know in
so-
Jersey is November the 4th, you know?
Right.
Right. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's usually the first or second week of November.
November, right.
Yep.
Get your numbers up. I probably now, I'm more likely than not, depending on the weekend, I will be coming out to the Orlando BBS with you guys. All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Yes. The camera.
Later.
Kev, you still lost, man.
Everybody.
All right.
All right.